So yesterday I think we left off right around question number 31, right?
Yep.
All right, so here we go. Remember, one of the things people forgot in the last test when we were doing absolute values was they forgot to isolate the absolute value. So I have to divide everything through by 4. So when we do that, I have absolute value of 2x minus 4 is greater than 4. All right? Then from there, I have 2x minus 4 is greater than 4. Then you write 2x minus 4 is less than negative 4. Is everybody okay with this? Yes, sir. What?
So whenever you write the second
Change the
inequality-
sign and make it negative. Absolutely. That's it. Standard on all of these inequalities.
distribute.
We're not distributing. We are not distributing. We are dividing by 4. Never distribute through an absolute value. What?
For like the second one where it's like you change the signs, I changed the sign before I divided, but I still got the same thing. So like,
Listen to me. Again, some of you guys have a little bit of different ways of doing it. If you're getting the right answer, that's perfectly fine. I'm just trying to tell you this is the standard way of doing it. All right? Same way every single time. Every time you have an absolute value inequality, this is what I want you to do. All right? Thank you. All right, now let's go ahead and finish it up. You guys should be good with your mental math here. So we should say 2x is greater than 8, so x is greater than 4. And then we would say 2x is less than 0, x is less than 0. Now I'm really trying to help you with your numbers. So are we going in the same direction or are we going in opposite directions? We are opposite directions. So if you remember that we are in opposite directions, we should say from negative infinity to 0, and then we're going from 4 to infinity. All right, really checking yourself, make sure you're in good shape. All right, so let's take a look now at 32. All right, again, we are isolating. All right, so when we're isolating, we're adding 2. So we would say the absolute value of x minus 7 is less than or equal to 10. Now we're rewriting x minus 7 less than or equal to 10. X minus 7 greater than or equal to negative 10. And then from there, adding 7. X is less than or equal to 17. X is greater than or equal to negative 3. Now we're going in the same direction or opposite direction? Same direction. So you should be able to say we are going from negative 3 to 17. Yes?
So if it's in the same direction, does that mean it's probably an and?
That is an and statement, yes. All right.
How's it going in the same direction?
Well, if you're less than 17 and you're greater than negative 3, right? Again, picture the numbers. Picture the numbers. All right? Harrison, if you need to move your chair over there, I don't really care.
Okay.
And Patrick, why don't you do me a favor? Just slide over one so he can just move your chair so it doesn't have to be a big thing. All right, thank you. All right, everybody take a look at number 33. Obviously, all right, everybody's got to think about this. When is an absolute value greater than a negative?
Never. The
Absolute value is always greater than negative.
Always, remember? Always.
Other one.
You're okay.
All real numbers.
Everything's good. All real numbers. All right, it can be all real numbers, or you can say from negative infinity to infinity. Just please think about it. Please think about it. All right? Yeah. Be careful. Here we go. Number 34. Now we're talking about absolute value less than a negative. When are we? Never. Your absolute value is never less than a negative. Never less than a negative. Any questions? All right, 35 and 36. I'm going to give you a minute. See what you can do. If you already did it, just double check your work. 35 and 36. Let's see how you're doing. Chop, chop. Don't distribute through an absolute value. You do not distribute through an absolute value. You isolate the absolute value, guys. Isolating the absolute value. First thing you need to do is to do what? No. Subtract 12. Then after you subtract 12, you can do what? Divide by 3. And some of you guys can do your mental math. You can probably subtract 12 and divide by 3 in one step. Yes. But side by side, set them side by side. Well, this should be a breeze for some of you. All right, here we go. All right, so if you subtract 12, what do we get?
24.
Then you divide by 3.
8.
I think everybody should be doing that. I think everybody should have just written down absolute value of 2x minus 8 is greater than, what did we say it was? 8. Any issues?
What's the difference of just dividing by 3 right away?
Would you get the same answer?
Negative 0.
Shh. You will get the same answer if you divide 12 by 3 and 36 by 3.
Oh yeah, you have to do it.
I could do everything. That's why instead of, we just say just get rid of the addition and subtraction first. All right, now we're going to write 2x minus 8 is greater than 8. 2x minus 8 is less than negative 8. Everybody good? Same direction or opposite direction?
Opposite.
Opposite. So feel pretty good about that. All right, one more practice problem here. So subtract 21, divide by 2. What does that come out to be?
4.
4. Any issues with that? What?
Do you keep it negative 3x or does it become 3x?
What's inside always stays the same.
Okay.
Always stays the same. Then you write it. Negative 3x plus 7 greater than 4. Negative 3x plus 7 is less than negative 4. So now, negative 3x is greater than negative 3, so x is what?
Less than 1.
Less than 1, thank you. X is less than 1. Next, negative 3x is less than negative 11, so x is greater than 11 thirds. X is greater than 11 thirds. Are we okay with that? All right. So are they going in the same directions or opposite directions? I think opposite, right? Because 11 thirds is just whether you understand 11 thirds.
Oh,
Right. 11 thirds is greater than 1. All right, so again, we would say from negative infinity to 1 and from 11 thirds to infinity. Everybody good with that? Any issues? All right, let's continue on now with graphing these. All right. So everybody should be able to tell me for 37, I just go what? Up to plot a point from there, down 3 to the right 4, down 3 to the right 4. What type of line? Don't say straight.
solid.
Solid.
Oh,
What does that mean?
What do you mean?
I wasn't here that day. I don't know what that means.
Okay, well, solid and dotted.
Alright. Oh, I get it.
Right. So now we're less than or equal to. So we're shading where? Shading below, right? Easy as that. Any questions or concerns with this? All right, let's try a couple more. All right, some people got confused last time. What's the y-intercept for 38? 0. Then from there, I'm going what?
Down to over the one.
Down to the right 1. What type of line?
Solid.
Solid line, right? And I'm shading where? This time I'm shading above, right? Anybody have any issues so far? Hubble, you doing good?
I wasn't there that day, so.
Listen, it doesn't matter to me if you're not here or not here.
When I read in the book, it said do the.
I don't care about what the book says.
So, like,
What is your
why
question?
Why did you shade? Like, why did you shade that?
Above and below. It's really easy.
Okay.
Sometimes the book makes it more difficult. That's why I'm asking you.
Try to include the origin.
No, listen to me. You ready? When you shade, if you're shading greater than, you're going to be what? Above. Less than is what? It always works.
Okay.
Always. Every single time.
Above is on the left.
No.
sorry.
Above. Listen to me. Look right here. Look right here. Shh, just quiet. Here's a line. And here's another line. That's why we don't say left and right. Above and below. I am above the mountain. I am above the mountain. I am greater than. Right? I am less than. I am below the mountain. That's all there is to it. That's how simple.
What if it was like y is greater than 1?
Horizontal line. Are you telling me you don't know what's above and below a horizontal line?
Or the x.
Okay,
is
so
greater
let's say,
than-
okay, so finally he makes a good point. So you're telling me if you have a vertical line, you don't know what's less and what's greater than. Shh.
Less is to the right and greater than to the left.
So that's how it is on a number line. I mean, it's just so logical.
Wait, so it is that way?
Less than would be to the left or to the right. Think of a number line. That's it. There's nothing I can do for you. Nothing. All right, that's why I don't talk about it that much, because I just feel like everybody should know to the left is less, greater than is to the right. Just like on a horizontal line. If I ask you about a horizontal line, I'm thinking you should know probably greater than is, yes, that's all. That's it. All right, nothing to it. All right, let's get back on track now. All right? You good now? Yeah, it's really simple. Never, ever should be a confusion about how to shade. All right? Plus, if you get lost, what can you do on your calculator? Plug it in on your calculator. It has the greater than and less than. All right? So here we go. Now we have a problem with 39 because I have to do what? Yes. Remove the x. If I move the x, it becomes what? So y is less than or equal to negative x minus 5. Negative x minus 5. So now what do? Go what?
Down 5.
Down 5. Plot a point. Now from there, what?
Down 1. And then right.
Down 1 and to the right 1. What type of line?
Solid.
Solid line. Very good. And now we're shading where? We're shading below. Exactly. All right, now remember, you guys, I haven't talked to you a little bit about the big day tomorrow is. We don't have as many tests. So if you're not doing well on the first test, it's going to be hard to catch up. I need everybody to focus in. Make sure you're understanding what I'm saying. You start out with an A, it'll be really nice. All right, nothing different. 20 questions on the test tomorrow, just like this review. Exactly the same. All right. Checking out number 40. I've got to move things around a little bit. So negative 7y is greater than or equal to negative 2x. So now be careful. Y is less than or equal to 2/7 x. So you might need help on that one.
Negative 2 over negative 4.
And what is negative 2 over negative 7?
2.
All right, here we go. To graph now, I start at what?
0.
0. And then from there I go what?
Up 2 over 7.
Up to and over 7. All right, drawing solid line. And this time I'm shading. Where am I shading? Below. Shading below. All right, here we go. Number 41. Negative y is less than negative 2x plus 3. Now what do I do to all the signs? Switch them. Change them. You're dividing by negative. So y greater than 2x minus 3. Any issues? All right, so from here, what do I do? Go down 3. Bless you. Plot a point. Then from there, I go what? Up 2 to the right 1. What type of line? Dotted line. And now I'm doing what?
Greater than, so above.
Above. How about that, guys? Easy enough, correct? All right. Now, Gavin, what am I doing for number 42?
Okay, so you go to 2y and you plot a point, and then it's horizontal line.
Beautiful. Horizontal line at y equals 2.
And then it's less than, so it's below.
Yep. Now you understand why I was saying it's so simple.
Yes.
All right, very simple. All right, so let me give you a few minutes here. I'm going to let you do 43 through 47. Quick, quick, quick. As quick as you can. All right.
Can I answer this?
Oh, I don't care. Whatever. 2y is less than or equal to 3x plus 10. Remember, I try to keep the x first. So now I have y is less than or equal to 3/2 x plus 5. From here to graph, I go what? Up 5. From there,
3 over 2.
up 3 over 2. What kind of line?
Solid.
Solid line. And now we are shading which direction?
Low.
Less than is what?
Low.
Right? We agreeing? Less than, shading below. All right, please double check. Make sure you're on the right track. 44. Moving the negative 3x. So I have y is greater than 3x minus 3. So I go down 3, plot a point. From there I go what? Up 3 over 1. What kind of line this time?
Dotted.
Dotted line. And now I'm shading where? Shading above. Any issues? All right, here we go. 45, move the x. So y is less than or equal to negative x minus 2. What do I need to do? Go
Go down 2.
down 2, plot a point. From there,
Line, you go down, then you go down 1, right 1.
and then what type of line?
Solid.
Solid. There we have it. And now we're shaded below again.
Under.
All right. Last one. Here we go. Uh-oh, no, we got two more.
No, there's two more.
All right, so here we go. Negative 6y is less than negative 4x minus 6. Dividing by negative 6. Y greater than 2/3 x plus 1. Guys, come on. I'm not interested in playing around. I don't like it. No playing around. Just math, 100% of the time. Any issues with y is greater than 2/3 x plus 1? All right. So altogether, we're going what?
Up one.
Up 1, plot a point. From there, up 2 over 3. What kind of line? Dotted line. Shaded where?
Above.
Above. Any issues? Okay. Now, move the 3x. Negative 2y is greater than negative 3x minus 4. Dividing by negative 2. Y is what? Less than.
Negative.
Two negatives even off.
All right. Now, graphing. What am I doing?
Up two.
Up 2, plot a point. From here,
Up 3 over 2.
up 3 to the right 2. What type of line?
Dotted.
Dotted line. And then we're going to shade
Below.
below. All right. Any issues with that? All right. So again, let's just talk just for a quick second.